There is nothing. This is possibly one of the most scary videos on the list, depending on your own personal tastes. We see some young girl, or possibly doll, sitting at a dinner room table. A bowl sits in front of her, and there's a fire behind her through the window. Her stare is so strong and creepy that you almost can't look at her while she stares straight into your soul. The first time she speaks, you can't really make out what she says. The camera zooms out and she drops her face into the bowl. When she picks her head back up to speak again, she clearly says, "There is nothing." The video was created by filmmaker and artist David B. Earl. He said that he created the very short film in a way that makes it possible to loop the video over and over again without any clue of where it begins and ends. According to Earl, the piece was inspired by the personal paradoxical desire for empirical proof that there is nothing on the other side of life. The Wyoming incident. This is a video collected from November 1987. Two news stations had their broadcasts interrupted by a hacker. The screen displays a message titled "Special Presentation." It continues on with clips of heads and grayscale and more disturbing and personal messages. K-Fee car commercial. This is probably one of the most popular jump scare videos ever. It's been viewed about 3 million times on most of the channels that have uploaded it. On that same note, it has been uploaded by numerous channels and to numerous pages, not to mention all the reaction videos that are circulating out there. Well, the video itself is pretty terrifying. It's nothing more than a well-played ad. It features a beautiful scenic view of a car traveling through a very bountiful setting. Everything seems all nice and calm until this gruesome and truly nightmare-fueled ghost pops out of nowhere, extremely close to the camera, and scares the living shit out of whoever is watching. Even those that have seen the video thousands of times say it still gets them. After the ghost exits the screen, a message displays in German that translates roughly to, "You've never been so awake." This is to stimulate the effect that is generated from the company's energy drink. Performance Oliver de Sagazon. So this video starts out with a pretty average looking guy having a seat in front of a dark gray background. He doesn't say much at first. He just starts taking his clothes off and bathing himself in clay, which he paints over and layers on multiple times. He does begin saying things later in the video in a seemingly exhausted voice. He also makes disturbing noises. As he layers on the clay and paint and cuts eye holes and a mouth opening for himself, things become pretty disturbing. As the video goes on, things honestly just get worse and worse. There's almost a sense of panic created as you question what is going on and what terrible thing is going to happen next. The video was at one point associated with the creepypasta titled Gateway of the Mind, a A story that explains how a group of scientists cut off all of a man's senses, after which he essentially loses his mind. This video doesn't really match up well with that creepypasta though, considering the different time periods and general lack of similarity. The shocking video is actually an art project of the man mentioned in the title. Either way, coming across something like this will probably cause you to not sleep for several days until you've finished extensive research on this matter. My dead great-grandma's coffin in my own backyard. There's not much to be said about this video that can't be seen. To summarize things, this man posts a video explaining that his great-grandmother's burial site could no longer keep up with the groundswork for her casket. This man, being the only living relative, offers to take the casket off their hands. Since he doesn't have anywhere else to put it, he just holds the casket in his backyard. Everything seems pretty reasonable, and although it's not something most of us would do, it does seem to make more sense than what follows. The man goes on to open the casket and give a full view of the corpse. He also leans in to peck his great-grandma on the lips. Actually, he does more than peck her on the lips. He kisses her old decayed corpse multiple times.